Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 4th of June, 2025. And now, we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 1.47. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this period. The ETF has experienced a gain of 0.81%. This amounts to an average return of 0.12% per day since it was designated as a buy candidate. The exchange-traded fund is situated at the upper end of a broad and weak upward trend in the short term. This scenario may present a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction back toward the lower part of the trend is anticipated. A breakout above the upper trend line at $596.61 would first indicate a stronger rate of increase. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of about 5.83% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from negative 8.22% to positive 5.95%. In the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 4.84% based on our calculations. The stock's performance could vary from negative 11.87% to positive 9.28% over the coming year. In current terms, this would suggest a future price between $525.22 and $651.23. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline, Red Day on Wednesday for SPDR S&P 500. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price decreased by approximately 0.0268% on the last trading day, which was Wednesday, the 4th of June, 2025, dropping from $596.09 to $595.93. During the last trading session, the ETF experienced fluctuations of 0.0739%, ranging from a low of $595.49 to a high of $595.93. The price has shown volatility during this period, with a total gain of 0.53% over the last 2 weeks. Notably, trading volume declined on the last day, alongside the ETF's price, which is generally a positive indication as volume tends to follow price trends. On the final trading day, the volume decreased by 6 million shares, with a total of 57 million shares traded, amounting to approximately $34 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the ETF reached a peak price of $613.23 and a low of $481.80. Currently, the price stands at 2.82%, or $17.30, below the 52-week high of $613.23, which also marks the all-time high for the ETF. The S&P 500 is gaining momentum as it hovers near the 6,000 mark, attributed to a blend of market resilience and upward revisions by analysts. Today, Deutsche Bank raised its year-end forecast for the index to 6,550, reflecting growing confidence despite economic headwinds, including rising treasury rates and labor market slowdowns. Notably, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, or SPY, is showing slight gains, which could mark a bullish sentiment among investors. However, caution is warranted as SPY's valuation risks are approaching levels not seen since the dot-com bubble, with attractive alternatives in small-cap ETFs currently offering a favorable risk-reward profile, having a historically high yield spread over SPY. This shift could prompt investors to reconsider their allocations, impacting SPY's demand in the shorter term. Meanwhile, the response to underwhelming private payroll data is igniting discussions on potential interest rate cuts. which could further influence market direction and investor sentiment towards SPY. As stocks may rally on news of potential inclusions in the S&P 500, such as AppLovin and Robinhood, any bullish news could drive SPY prices upwards, creating a cycle of positive momentum. In the long term, the continued optimism could fuel SPY's trajectory, potentially leading to a further reassessment of market fundamentals and valuations. Investors should remain vigilant about these dynamics as they could yield significant implications for SPY's performance, both now and in the future. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a positive forecast for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal based on the relationship between these two signals, where the short-term average is positioned above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, support can be expected at levels of $591.86 and $567.97. A drop below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. Some negative signals have also emerged, which may impact short-term developments. A sell signal was generated from a pivot top point on Tuesday, June 3, 2025, and so far, the ETF has declined by 0.0268%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Moreover, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Volume decreased alongside the price during the last trading day, which diminishes overall risk, as volume typically follows price movements. Here are some additional signals you might find intriguing. Moving average convergence divergence indicates a sell signal. Pivots produced a sell signal 2 days ago. Bollinger generated a buy signal 16 days ago. The short-term moving average provided a buy signal 8 days ago. The long-term moving average signaled a buy 30 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages suggested a buy signal 25 days ago. When we examine the 12-month chart, the short moving average showed a buy signal 30 days ago. The long-term moving average indicated a buy signal 18 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages provided a buy signal 7 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us for more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is an inherent risk when an ETF is testing a support level, as breaking this level could lead to a decline towards the next support. In this case, the SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. Should this level be breached, the subsequent support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. This ETF typically experiences good trading volume, and with minor daily fluctuations, the risk is deemed low. Over the past day, the ETF moved $0.44, reflecting a change of 0.0739% between its high and low. For the last week, the ETF has recorded an average daily volatility of 0.98%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In case of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at $596.09. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those already holding the ETF, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $573.10, reflecting a decrease of 3.83%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits low daily movements, contributing to a lower risk profile. Additionally, a sell signal has been generated from a pivot top identified 1 day ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a worthwhile investment? Several short-term indicators, combined with a generally favorable trend, suggest that now might be a good time to consider buying. There is a reasonable expectation that the SPDR S&P 500 ETF could perform well in the near future. However, after examining the volatility and price movements from the last trading day, our analysis indicates that the current price is somewhat overvalued. For trading on Thursday, the 5th of June, we anticipate that the SPDR S&P 500 ETF will open lower by approximately 14 cents, starting at $595.78. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should speak with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decision upon StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.